kind of small and manoeuvrable skid steer that can handle bales and can handle these pallets. And that's the primary thing I want here. I need to be able to pick stuff up. Okay. I'll get these loaded into the back where the farmhand can recrate them for the store. We'll look at the dairy as we drive past, because there is the potential I am going to need to pull some stuff from the dairy as well. Now obviously the dairy stuff isn't a month old, but it's no big deal for me to just say, okay, we'll just do all the deliveries on the same day. Doesn't take long, not with this truck. I suppose I could move the telly truck over from the place what does flour, the flour mill, because obviously I don't need to move any flour product until we harvest the oats. I think we just we're putting all of the oats into the flour mill, and probably the headlands of barley and wheat will also go into the flour mill. But the rest of the barley and wheat will all be whole cropped, so that we got food for the cows, or food for the robot to feed the cows. And that one and the last one. So I'm going to leave the Massey over here just in case we do need to move the telly truck over to the dairy. Because obviously that's a lot of milk that's in production there. And I'm not sure how fast the production works. But I might need that low loader transferred, because not driving the telly truck round the road, because that's just not a good plan. Come on, you get loaded. There we go. So close the dates. Start the engine. Okay, start the engine so you can close the doors. That's apparently a thing. So this truck's kind of nice because it does have that small auto load feature, but it only carries 7,000 litres. It's sufficient for carrying 2,000 litres of bread and 3,000 litres of tomatoes once a month. But flour, it kind of got, you have to do things with the flour. We have not produced anything at the dairy. Okay, so nothing to ship this month. Now we'll count it as, okay, everything that spawned at the dairy this month has now been transferred to the sell point. So I don't have to wait until 5 o'clock and transport then. We transport everything once a month, and this is our transport time for today. And we are catching that car up. Dude, no brake checking. And he's not turning there either. Okay. Well, stuff you. So we could either get we could get the Iveco with the flatbed, or we could, or even with low sides. I don't know if it'll fold down the low sides. Or we could get the Scania either with the curtain sider pod, or the again with the flatbed. And then that would give us more ability to ship stuff. Doesn't make it easier for me because when I'm not on camera, I sometimes use the auto load for this situation. There we go. Okay, so is that about 1700, 15, 16, 17, yeah, 1740, 1750. So not a big amount of money, but it's good enough. As you can see, it's then a quick trip down to the bakery, grab 2 pallets from there and bring them back. And the thing is I think with these products, even if I did the sell from point, you just don't make enough money selling. You lose most of your profit, especially we're playing hard mode. So it's a little bit tricky because I got that a little bit too close to the wall there. However, once we're away from the wall, this is a super piece of equipment. Each of these pallets is 1,000 litres. Of course, the other thing I could do is just use super strength instead of having lifters all over the place. These things didn't cost much at all because they were both on sale. The other one's down at the, as I said, down at the flour mill. And I think we also have access to a tele skid, which is kind of like this but lower to the ground, more skid steer like, but still has the telescopic arm. So you can get a little bit extra reach. Teleskid doesn't have a very long arm. This does quite well, I think. Anyway, put this back here. Stick the forks on the ground so people trip over them. And jump back in the truck. Take that back to the place we just took the tomatoes. And obviously the main goal for flour is produce enough flour to keep the bread factory working, because bread's quite a good price. We only make, as I said, 2,000, little over 2,000 litres per month. However, the income from it is quite good. $3,400 almost, or over. So that's just from that production. Doesn't cost much to run. It did. I mean, it cost us a bit to buy, but it's paying its way, and we just get to ship everything to market every once in a while. And as I said, the problem here now is, obviously the grain you have is worth money. You convert it into flour, so proportionally it's worth more money, but if you put the flour mill on sell, then not worth any extra. I wonder if you can ship flour in a grain cart. Never thought of that. I don't know how many of these production pallets can actually be emptied. I mean, obviously, I doubt you can empty bread into a grain cart, but you would have thought that, hey, I should be able to empty flour pallets into a grain cart. And I should be able to empty what else? I don't know. But other powdery things, sugar, into a cart. Anyway, that's pretty much enough speculating. We have done the delivery run for April day 3. I did not. I think the soybeans are good. We have to wait until May and see what turns up with the soybeans, because we should end up with a bunch of weeds, so we're going to have to spray the soybean field. Which means I'm going to need to get the Deutz out and the sprayer back here with the herbicide. Okay. That is done. Try not to get stuck on a post. I need to check the straw. Separate straw. Still 34,000, so I'm fairly good with that. Silage is down to 50. We're going to be out of silage very, very soon. So next month's critical food problem, although they've got 446,000 litres of food, I could take it. Don't panic about the silage. Let's look at calendar. So July, potentially sometime in July, we may get a chance to harvest the wheat, the barley, and the oats. Although I think the barley's probably going to be towards the end. The canola's going to be towards the end because we didn't plant it until March. The wheat was planted by somebody else and might have been spring, so potentially the July harvest for that could be a thing. Oats we will probably be harvesting in July, but again, I don't want to use that as whole crop. I should look at... I'm going to go here and look at mowers and see what mowers can cut. It doesn't say. Okay, let's go back and check balers. Doesn't say. Because some things will say I can pick this stuff up. Forage wagons. That will be helpful. Yeah, fresh maize. Lots of horse grass and stuff like that. There is the whole crop, but I don't know what makes up the whole crop. Or it's not readily obvious. Anyway, Cows have enough food. They've got 34,000 litres of straw. That should be enough to be going on with. Each one of those bales is 11,000. So once we get to the point where we're probably going to tear up all of those into the bedding area. So I guess back to the truck. Jump out. So May will be another day on the farm, and we're going to have to do stuff on the farm. That's what we're getting to here. Probably not going to do it today. I'm probably going to call the stream early. Mrs. Osa has her person coming around today. So I need to home help. So I need to be off here for that. Okay, check the straw. 29,000. So yes, we've probably got a day or two of straw left there. I'm going the wrong way. Just saying. This should be 70-80% fermented. 94% fermented, 2 pallets of tomatoes. Could probably do with a little gator or something, just for doing this running around stuff. Okay, this grass is growing, needs rolled. Yeah, I know. It's probably not going to happen, so don't. Oh. However, nitrogen is now bad. pH is not the greatest. So I should spray that. Just a thought. And this has weeds. Medium. So we're gonna have to deal with the weeds on this field too. So weeds, herbicide there. Fertilize this, which I probably should have done that last month. Check contracts. I kind of think that's the big field at the top there. 53, yeah. So they want us to make silage bales. I will be taking that contract. That's a bale and wrap. That's a bale and wrap. That's a bale and wrap. That's a TED. That's TED. That's TED. So we've got the big contract. This one here. That's a local contract. That's right up top of the hill. So I'm looking at 10,000 there. Yeah. We can probably do about 4 of those contracts. I am going to have to make sure that we do let the Deutz out on that field for herbicide, although I don't have to do it today. This field will need to be sprayed before it matures, and it will mature tomorrow, I think. No, it'll mature August. But yeah, we'll need to spray this field. Potentially I could leave both those fields until day 3 of May before I get to them. But doing the big contract is definitely a thing I probably should consider doing. Oh, I left the Massey Ferguson out. Good job it didn't rain. This thing I'm finding not the easiest thing to load. So I generally do it by hand because it's just trouble. That's the wrong way, but it will sit in there. Supposedly it takes 2, but I'm not sure. Okay. And as I said, these are 11,000 litres each, so oh, a little bit about P. It does provide, each bale provides a lot of straw, and we'll be able to get a lot of straw from the oat field later. Of course, a little bit unrealistic emptying it through the curtain, but cannot find the trigger inside, if there is, even if there is one. So it does take a little while to empty. Maybe if we eventually go to square bales, I might get a square bale shredder because they're just a little bit easier and easy to stack. Okay, so we're back up to 51,000 litres of straw, so that's a good sufficiency of straw. I didn't check what other contracts are out there, we just checked on the silage. Let's park this back in there. I guess we might want to consider sugar beets not too far down the line. Going to want to have a bigger field, a nice field to plant them in, and a planter, and a sugar beet harvester, and all of the stuff. But then we could consider getting a sugar factory, which I believe there is one somewhere. Okay, that's cow feeding done. I should put the Massey Ferguson away because don't need that out. Did I check the store sales this morning? I don't know if I did. There might have been 2 things on it. Okay, let's check the store sales because I forgot what was on it. Oh, lots of things. Well. Oh my. That's some nice stuff. I might need to borrow some money. I mean, 118,000, that's a 25-foot header goes on that. We might need to make a purchase. 7810, that's 175 horsepower tractor. This is kind of a good thing, but semi-trailers don't necessarily work well. And a 9RT, which is 517 starting horsepower. Don't need anything quite this big quite just yet, but that's a harvester. We kind of need one of those. And we're 2 months out from harvest. And part of the problem here is I'm not sure I can get something this good. I mean, well, 8,600 litres. I don't think I can get something. I mean, it's adequate for what we need. Ho, 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 ho. It's a serious consideration. Oh, it has brands. Oh, it could come in green as well. Does not have GPS. We would need to put GPS on it, which is 15,000. We can run it in green or red. We can. Oh, there you go. Michelin standards. Trelleborg whites. Trelleborg, Michigan. Continentals. Mitas. Mitas are a little bit wider. BKT. Fredestein. So Trelleborg only come in white. BKT's down. Mitas come in white. Mitas wide tyres are cheaper, but then Mitas narrow tyres are wide. And that comes out at £135,000 for a reasonable sized harvester. Ooh. I'm kind of thinking it has to be done. And I didn't check the other contracts. So there's spraying contracts which are spraying for herbicide. And there are weeding contracts which is dragging a weed around the field. And those are just weeders. Okay. Anyway, we need money. Money. I am going to borrow 40,000 because we can't go too long. I could go green. If I go green, you get red wheels, which don't cost any extra, and a green body, and that kind of puts us right back to where we used to be with all our previous farms started out with I think we start with the green one. I am going to drop us down to Mitas wides, and we will put a plate on the front and the back, and we will randomize it. And okay, 135,000. Let's buy ourselves a harvester. We'll just keep that parked down at the store for now. Obviously, we're going to need to buy a header and a header trailer, but I don't have to buy them immediately. Headers, I want AGCO. Going to need to know how much they are. So you can get the free flow 18, which is 5.5 meters, or the 25, which is 7.6 meters. Obviously, the wider one will fill the harvester up faster. That one's cheaper and probably easier to get in and out of the fields. And it does, we don't need the biggest everything, but and obviously you can make it green. It's not easy being green. That one green. I think usually we've gone for the 25 foot on on that harvester. So it's a good little harvester. It's a good starting harvester, plus it came up in the store sales. So I'm going to be kind of happy with that. How's the food level for the cows? Good. So I think we will call it here. We now have a harvester, so that's one thing checked off our list. We will do some contracts for silage today, and if we can't feed the cows with the silage we make, then we will sell the silage, which is going to be a good income. It's going to basically, by tonight we will not have loan payments, but for now I think we'll call it here, and we will join back next time with some silage contracts in full swing, I guess. But for now, I hope you all have a good weekend. Go and play in the snow or something. But I need to do some stuff, so I'm out of here. Have fun, everybody.